Last year, a platform that built its entire identity around anime got outsold, like nearly 2-to-1, by a streamer better known for true crime documentaries and baking shows.
Yeah, it's wild to think about.
Right. We've got a really fascinating mission for you today in this deep dive. We are uncovering exactly how Netflix dethroned Crunchyroll as the top anime streaming platform in America.
Which nobody really saw coming.
Exactly. We're pulling from a Screen Rant report packed with Parrot Analytics data, along with some heavily debated fan comments that really show the human cost of this corporate shift. So, okay, let's unpack this.
Let's do it.
To really grasp the mechanics of this upset, I mean, it's like a local craft brewery getting outsold by a massive soda company. You know, a company that just started slipping a little bit of hops into their standard cola recipe just to hook the masses.
That is a great analogy, yeah. And the 2023 financial numbers show just how effective that strategy actually is. Netflix pull in a staggering $2.073 billion in global anime revenue.
$2 billion.
Right, and Crunchyroll brought in $1.161 billion. Just for context, Hulu and Amazon Prime Video are trailing way behind at roughly $903 million and $515 million, respectively.
So Netflix is basically doubling Crunchyroll.
Yeah, nearly double. What's fascinating here is the catalyst for this explosive growth. It stems directly from a massive global boom in anime interest right after the 2020 pandemic.
Oh, right, because everyone was just stuck at home.
Exactly. You had a captive, worldwide audience that was suddenly just hungry for fresh content.
Wait, I have to push back there a little bit. It can't just be about having a captive audience or, deeper pockets.
Yeah.
I mean, Crunchyroll has thousands of shows.
Oh, sure, their library is massive.
Yeah, and Netflix has a fraction of that library. So they aren't winning on volume. They must be fundamentally understanding this new audience better, right?
Yeah, they're winning on accessibility and demographics. Crunchyroll historically relies on a loyal but very specific niche.
Like primarily young males.
Exactly. And that model inherently hits a ceiling. Netflix casts a much wider net by leveraging their user interface. Instead of making you actively seek out anime, they literally bring it to you.
Right, it just auto-plays on the home screen.
Yeah, they'll put a highly emotional, character-driven show like Violet Evergarden in front of older audiences, or they'll drop a highly accessible live-action adaptation of One Piece right on the home screen for general viewers.
Okay, well, here's where it gets really interesting, because casting that incredibly wide net comes with a massive cultural cost.
It definitely does.
Right. By smoothing down the edges to attract the mainstream, they are completely alienating the hardcore base. I was looking at the sub versus dub tribalism flaring up in the sources, and it feels like a proxy war for gatekeeping.
Oh, 100%.
Netflix defaults to English dubs just to remove friction for casual viewers, which the otaku crowd views as a total dilution of the art.
Yeah, and that cultural clash is incredibly visible in the fan discussions right now. On one side, users are accusing Crunchyroll of losing touch with its core base ever since Sony took over.
Interesting. What are they pointing to specifically?
Well, fans point to alleged censorship, like the series World's End Harem, which aired as this heavily blacked-out mess.
Yikes.
Yeah, it wasn't great. They're also citing persistent rumors regarding the poor treatment of voice actors by Crunchyroll executives, so the purists feel squeezed on all sides right now.
But, I mean, Netflix isn't exactly a flawless haven for viewers either, right? Because they're applying this blunt tech company approach to a very specific medium.
Yeah, that's the trade-off. Users heavily criticize Netflix's clunky menus and a surprising lack of accessibility features tailored to the genre.
What kind of features?
Well, one user specifically pointed out that dyslexic viewers struggle heavily because the platform doesn't easily let users sort its library by what is subtitled and what is dubbed.
Oh, wow. So you just have to guess.
Basically. You actually have to click into a show and wait just to see if it's readable for you.
That sounds incredibly frustrating.
It is. When you're dealing with a format where language delivery is a crucial part of the experience, that is a massive user experience failure.
For a tech giant, yeah, that's a huge miss.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, Netflix is undeniably successful at mainstreaming anime and bringing it to the masses.
Right.
But by doing so with a broad sort of one-size-fits-all tech approach, it's creating real friction with the hardcore purists who built the industry's original popularity.
Which leaves us with a pretty big question for you to mull over. When a massive general audience corporation takes over a deeply niche art form, does the original passionate community that built the culture inevitably get left behind?